Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Pisces October 1, 2022. The moon spends the day in your sign, and your emotions are hard to ignore. With Saturn in Aquarius until next year, each month when the moon transits your sign for a couple of days, it inevitably clashes with Saturn. This brief influence occurs early today and reminds you to better structure your personal life. As the day advances, your confidence and enjoyment increase. Also today, Venus enters the 12th sector of your solar chart, where it will visit until October 23rd. During this cycle, you can be in a letting go or preparatory stage on a social or romantic level. You might deal with private matters of the heart, or you take particular pleasure in their personal life at this time. It's possible you're undecided or not ready to share your feelings with the world for the time being. The weeks ahead are good for enjoying some level of solitude, exploring your deeper feelings, and volunteering or helping others. It's a time for paying special attention to your spiritual longings and needs. A feisty day awaits you, just how you like it. As mighty Mars, your planetary co-ruler, roars in the sky, he'll be heard by the great taskmaster, Saturn. This will increase your sex drive and libido through the roof. It's time to get naughty, so find a perfect partner to fuel the passion with. However, if already committed, this energy could affect you differently. You may now receive news that you and your significant other have been approved for a mortgage or loan to buy real estate or embark on a renovation. How do you feel about your professional relationships? Now that Venus is in its domicile, Libra, you may feel more introverted than usual as you consider the pros and cons of each partnership that plays a part in your career path. As you consider your relationships, you may want to dive deeper into why you feel off about them. What pricks your intuition? Is it simply a feeling, or is there something to back up how you view your commitments? Venus will encourage you to be just harmonious enough to give yourself time before making a decision. Right in the heart of a major alliance between Mars and Saturn, something that is adding resolve and determination to the warrior planet's financial passions and fighting spirit, the moon returns for its monthly visit to your income sector. With no planetary activity on the income side of the financial fence, the moon returns to sharpen your nose for money and act as a trigger, but also to give money matters some healthy competition. The astral energy makes you liable to speak your mind prematurely, giving away thoughts before they are truly ready, maybe burning yourself or another. Instead of worrying about the damage you might have caused, try to isolate yourself a bit for these next couple of days. Withdraw into your own mind with a meditation practice, such as yoga or other exercise, that allows you to know your own mood. Integrate your feelings with exercise. We exist in a talk culture, though sometimes there really isn't that much to say. Today's vibrations are going to allow you to finally harvest the fruits of your labor. If you weren't so modest and discreet, you could benefit from a promotion or an encounter in your sentimental life. But your temperament makes you keep a low profile even in the most favorable situations. Apart from a small amount of anxiety at the beginning of the day, you are in great shape and your kindness won't miss touching more than one of the people you collaborate with. Keep up the rhythm. A day after the dwarf planet series not only left your career sector but ended all planetary activity there for the year, the moon not only returns to your income sector but into a friendly aspect to Jupiter in your work sector. Returning in time to capture Ceres' influence, this not only begins a positive few days across the income, work and career fronts but brings an important chance to regroup. The moon can also sharpen your nose for money and act as a trigger. 7 days into the month-long wind-down of your old solar year, the Sun has been joined by Venus in a nostalgic and reflective part of your chart. While the Sun is focused on the more mundane job of winding down your old solar year, the planet of love has returned to take your heart on a nostalgic trip down love's memory lane. Our eyes in the sky. Today knocks at destiny's door for sure. As the moon in intense Scorpio begins to experience the influence of Neptune and Pluto, you have to let bygones be bygones in some capacity. Maybe there is heartache in your past that you're just beginning to understand through a new perspective. This is the perfect day to work with a therapist or mentor who can really help you reflect on these issues and even allow you to find new solutions to old wounds. This week is a busy one for you, as the focus is on foreign cultures, travel, languages, and higher learning. It's time to think about investing in markets far from where you live, so do your research. Aspects indicate that you're likely to be feeling buoyant, too. The moon continues to float through the sign of Scorpio until evening when it enters Sagittarius, giving you the room to go with the flow and feel the love that the universe has to offer. You are strongly tapped into the intuitive waves of life, and you might even experience a sense of déjà vu along the way. It's a great day to carry your favorite crystals with you because your third eye will be wide open. You also get some unexpected love that you've been missing lately. You are definitely adored and appreciated. Oh, keep your energy going strong at this time. It is important to keep an eye on your dairy intake. Dairy slows the metabolism. Walking and running will help burn off dead baggage energy, but make sure you stretch out your lower body thoroughly before engaging in these activities, as hips and thighs are sensitive areas for active people. The liver is taxed due to today's busy lifestyles, so use milk thistle, herbal tincture, in your tea to cleanse it, about 15 drops per cup. There is a lot of energy whirling around these days, but you have the benefit of grounded energy if you choose to use it or lose, it most definitely applies. You may want to increase your intake of water and decrease your intake of caffeine and carbonated substances. Steer away from heavy foods and keep your natural energy well positioned by eating homemade soups and salads prepared fresh with seasonal vegetables. These minor efforts can have maximum effect. Just after midnight, Venus enters Libra, one of its two domiciles. Venus is comfortable in this territory, one associated with beauty, harmony, and relationships of all kinds. Our primary intent is to keep the peace, but an unwillingness to dive into deeper subject matter in partnership can hinder intimacy. While it may be easier to achieve a compromise with loved ones at this time, we should ask, at what cost? This will help to keep us from sacrificing our own needs for the sake of another's comfort level. Love is not always pleasant, and we should not perceive discord as an indicator of failure, but as a means of honest relating. Following this series, the goddess asteroid of nurturance enters Virgo. At this time, we show care for others in practical ways. Our support is less showy than it was in Leo territory. Instead, we seek to manage the ritual business that keeps our daily lives flowing smoothly. Nurturing may now entail reminding others of their appointments, joining them in their workout routines, or helping them to organize their affairs. Practical detail work and duties might not be the most glamorous way to show affection, but what we are angling for now is to be useful. Ceres will transit Virgo until December 18th. However, after entering Libra, it will station retrograde, returning to Virgo territory between March 22nd and June 21st, 2023.